A single sentence has detonated across the Ukraine war. A deadline, a denial, and a political shockwave rippling from Kyiv to Washington to Moscow. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky said the quiet part out loud, that the United States wanted a peace deal by June. A finish line, a clock, a countdown to end the war. But within hours, Washington slammed the brakes. Hard. The Trump administration didn't just walk it back, it shot it down. America's permanent representative to NATO, Matthew Whitaker, publicly rejected Zelensky's claim. That deadline? He said it didn't come from the United States, not from the White House, not from Washington, not from NATO. I don't think this was something that came from the US, Whitaker said. Just like that, the timeline vanished, and with it, a dangerous implication surfaced. Because when Washington denies Kyiv's words, Moscow listens, and Moscow smiles. Zelensky wasn't speaking in a vacuum. Behind the scenes, diplomacy has been churning, quietly, urgently, and far from the battlefield. In late January and early February, closed-door talks were held in Abu Dhabi. Representatives from Moscow, Kyiv, and Washington. No cameras, no speeches, just bargaining. And according to foreign media reports, the U.S. proposed peace framework was explosive. Donbass transferred to Russian control, Crimea recognized as Russian territory, front lines frozen, Ukraine's army cut in half, foreign troops banned, long-range weapons off the table. This wasn't a compromise, it was a seismic shift. For Ukraine, this would mean trading land for peace, sovereignty for survival, and momentum for uncertainty. And for Russia, it would lock in gains permanently. Which is why Zelensky's mention of a June deadline mattered so much, because it suggested pressure, urgency, and a ticking clock coming from Ukraine's most powerful backer. But Whitaker's denial did something else entirely. It removed the pressure from Moscow. The Trump administration insists it wants the war to end as quickly as possible, but it also says deadlines are unrealistic, too complicated, too messy, too hard. That ambiguity matters, because while Washington hedges, the Kremlin doesn't. Russian officials have been clear: no territorial resolution, no peace. No withdrawal from Donbass, no deal. According to the Kremlin, even the U.S. has acknowledged that without settling borders permanently, there is no long-term solution. That formula, they say, was discussed at the Alaska summit, and Moscow's condition remains unchanged. Ukraine must pull back. Now zoom out. Zelensky signals urgency. Washington denies the timeline. Russia hears patience. This is how leverage shifts. Because every time the U.S. contradicts Kyiv in public, it weakens Ukraine's negotiating hand and strengthens Putin's. Not with tanks, but with time. And time in war is power.
One more thing. Our negotiating group held a very detailed discussion after their recent talks, both with the Americans and in a trilateral format with the Russians. I believe that every single meeting is truly important. Every meeting provides more clarity on how and when the war can truly come to an end for Ukraine, and overall, for the reliability of any agreements, it is absolutely essential that there must be solid security guarantees so Russia doesn't return to Ukraine with a third invasion. We are currently working on the documents that the guys have brought back and also on the schedule for our future actions, upcoming meetings, and the necessary next steps. I would like to extend my thanks to the team for all their hard work, and over the next few days, we will still be working closely with the team, focusing on preparations for the upcoming formats. I will also be sure to keep our partners in Europe fully informed about what's currently on the table and what the future prospects are.
Trump's return to the center of U.S. foreign policy has changed the equation. His administration wants the war over, wants costs reduced, wants a deal. But deals require balance, and right now the optics are brutal. Ukraine says there's a deadline. America says there isn't. Russia says good. That's not neutrality, that's advantage. This doesn't mean a peace deal is imminent, but it does mean the battlefield has expanded into press briefings, foreign denials, and carefully chosen delusions. Words now matter as much as weapons. And tonight, Washington's words cut deep. Because denying Zelensky's deadline doesn't just correct the record, it reshapes expectations, it cools urgency, it signals flexibility, and it tells Moscow that the clock may not be ticking after all. For Ukraine, that's dangerous. For Russia, it's strategic oxygen. And for the world watching this war inch toward a negotiated end, it raises one haunting question. When Washington shuts down Kyiv's timeline, who does that really help?
Times of India videos, your daily dose of India and the world. Global news, different views, and sharp analysis.
Pressure of expectation from your fans, your supporters.
That has often served as a backdrop for several Bollywood.
You're not a brute majority anymore. If you individually take out they right.
Making sense of global conflicts. Tracking the new emerging world order.
Strike on Israeli military bases.
A multi-pronged.
To stay out of harm's way as Israel started bombing targets across.
Understanding changing alliances in a polarized world. Tune into TOI videos for all this and more. Click on the bell icon to subscribe and never miss an update.